Who was the most unexpected threat to your child? The day my son's kindergarten teacher locked him in a closet is burned into my memory. Not for punishment, not even as a joke, just locked him in there and walked away. It was a Friday. My 5-year-old came home unusually quiet, clutching his little Spider-Man backpack like it was his only lifeline. At dinner, he wouldn't eat, wouldn't look me in the eye. I asked him what was wrong and he whispered, "Miss Carla said I'm bad." My heart sank. "Why, buddy?" He started crying, and through hiccups he said, "Because I couldn't stop crying when she yelled. So she put me in the dark closet so I could calm down." I felt rage I've never felt before. My wife tried to calm me down, saying maybe he misunderstood. Maybe it wasn't as bad as it sounded. But the next morning he hid when it was time for school. He was shaking so hard he couldn't hold his toothbrush. I drove him to class, and the moment we walked in, he clung to my leg like he was drowning. Miss Carla smiled at me, all sweet, but I saw the flicker of annoyance in her eyes when she saw my son. "Rough morning," she said, fake cheerful. I forced a smile back, but inside I was boiling. "Can we talk privately?" "Oh, I'm a bit busy. It'll only take a second." I knelt down and asked my son to wait by the cubbies where I could still see him. "Did you lock my son in a closet yesterday?" Her face twitched. "Oh, that. He was having a tantrum, and we have a policy that if a child can't calm down, we give them a quiet space to regulate. In the dark, it's standard practice. No, it's abuse." She tried to brush it off, saying she had 20 kids to manage, and sometimes extreme measures were needed for safety. That's when I noticed the principal standing nearby, listening. I asked the principal if it was policy to lock children in dark closets. Her eyes widened. "What? Absolutely not." Miss Carla's face drained of color. The principal told me to wait while she checked the classroom closet. My son was shaking again, clutching my hand so hard it hurt. They opened the closet and inside was a tiny chair facing the wall. The principal turned back to me, horrified. Miss Carla started babbling excuses, but the principal shut her down immediately and asked her to step out of the room. We left, and I took my son home. Later that afternoon, the principal called. Miss Carla had been suspended pending investigation, and other parents had come forward saying their children were also forced into the quiet space. My son didn't understand everything, but that evening he finally smiled again when I told him he'd never have to see her face again. Now he's back to being the loud, happy kid he was before. And I learned that sometimes the biggest threat to your child isn't a stranger on the street, it's the person you trusted to teach them.